moving into Indiana at Baltimore, what is your updated record prediction for the Colts?
Can I go? Let's go 7-10.
I was going to say 7-10 as well. 6-11, 7-10, anywhere from like 6 to 8 wins.
Oh, they're scrappy for sure, though. It's like, we're going to give some love where it's due. Like, I'll let you start out with this.
Yeah. I just think like also like the Colts were so like ridden with dysfunction last year that you really forgot that they actually had some nice pieces on their team. And you get good coaching in there. You get a rich and then a great backup in Gardner Minshew, and they're in every game. They're in every game they play. So anytime it's a close game, they can win. And this, what I will say is like their defense, legit. They're causing havoc for good teams. Like even like they were causing havoc for the Ravens. Their receiving core, I think, is much better than people give them credit for. And Minshew, I like I said, might be one of the best backups in the league. And then just last kind of thing I want to say on the Colts is that the team can be nasty in another year. Like if they develop a Rich right, he stays healthy. They add some pieces in the draft. They develop the players they drafted this year. Their special teams was great too. And we made a joke, but Matt Gay was worth the money.
we right our wrongs. We got to give a shout to Matt Gay, right? Look, so again, I think I want to start with the Colts because again, you love when a team's surprising you, right? I think what I want to start with is Zach Moss coming in and just kind of like churning through the ground. And what makes this so odd is in Buffalo, this was certainly not the case. He comes over here, running crazy behind this Colts O-line, back to how, as we've been saying, it's been the case forever, like situations for running backs are everything. Is same with quarterbacks, same with anything. Situations is everything in the NFL. Here we go with Zach Moss. He's in a great situation. You got to love to see it. He's making the most of the opportunity. And then, again, we know this was the best case scenario for us to see was, and we were, I don't know if anybody watching is OG enough to remember Minshew Mania a couple years ago. But Minshew Mania is a real thing. And again, where, he fun enough, but not just the fun. It's not just the fun. He makes enough plays, makes enough good decisions, has enough of an arm where you're like, okay, yeah, again, this guy at the least is one of the best backups in the league, if not the best backup in the league. You got to love to have a guy like that on the roster. And it shows my thing that I was getting at is seeing him play, again, very just consistent football, for like operating the offense. You love to see it because then it's like, all right, when A-Rich comes back, we already knew this, but good continuity. When Gardner Minshew could come in, we could still win a game against a good opponent. You love to see that the team was ready to show up, ready to execute. Gives me a lot of faith I already had plenty, but in the future of A-Rich's development, which is perfect for our narratives. And then back over to the Ravens, I guess, I'm sure this one stings a lot for Ravens fans. This is kind of one of those ones that's going to be really tough to swallow kind of thing. But on the other hand, it's like this, and I'm going to say this for a few other teams today. I don't think this is like a defining moment for this team. I think this is more just like a really bad fork in the road, and they'll get around it though, little bump in the road, tough week. And again, against a team that was also, as we saw, very critically underrated, obviously. And we were one of the people that are critically underrating them. Shane Steichen has them ready to play. They're showing up. And the Ravens will bounce back.
Yeah, so my thing just quickly on the Ravens is I think their defense looked awesome. And the way they used Kyle Hamilton to blitz and blow up the backfield was so cool. He was game wrecking. Like he was making plays all the time. So the Ravens defense, the more and more they gel and go on through the season, like they're definitely a top 5 unit, in my opinion. And the offense, like we've said, it just looks so fluid. Lamar has played amazing, scrambling only when he needs to. And he does need to hold on to the football, though. Like there was a couple fumbles in there that, that was a big theme of this week, I think, as we get through the games, is like ball security. There is a lot of lack of ball security early on this year. But Lamar was worth, like, if you watch this game, it's like Lamar's worth like every single dollar they paid him. And I would like to see them take like a couple more shots downfield though, like because they only took 2 shots past 20 yards and Lamar has a great arm.
I was saying, and he got Zay Flowers for a reason.
Yeah, you have a burner. So I don't know. Like I think this game was actually a very, very good game, even though it wasn't super high scoring. And honestly, like if I'm the Ravens, like if I'm Ravens fans, I'm not discouraged by this game. Like this is one of those games where both teams come away and like you're encouraged by what you saw.
No, and I was going to say too, so last thing, just because I almost forgot. I had to, little Kyle Hamilton victory lap per se. When I was saying he's one of the best safeties in the offseason, people were saying, because I had him at number 2, everyone said I was, basically they were saying very mean things about me. But I say Kyle Hamilton showing up, he's showing you, look, Kyle Hamilton's going to be a beast for a long time. And number 2, Adefe Owe on the D line,
Yeah.
really making a big jump this year. If you're a Ravens fan, you love to see that. You need your pass rushers, man. And he's dominating. So